Hey, this is Shay. Today we're going to do something that I have really been excited about. We're going to see how much memory and battery my phone actually has to be able to do this. But today I want to talk about the Fool's Tale forward and backwards. You're going to have to forgive my voice. Yeah, I've been losing it for a couple of weeks now. So, a lot of people that are into tarot know of the Fool's Tale, but I know a lot of people don't know what the Fool's Tale actually is. So, in the tarot, there are a number of cards. I forget the exact number, and I'm not mathing right now. That each one of them, forwards, frontways, and reversed, have a meaning. And the Fool's Tale goes through from zero, the Fool card, through the entire deck. There is a story that goes along with it. So I want to tell that today, and I want to tell the reverse story because I think it's fun. So I am not going to be reading this book. I am only using this book for the images. This is the Crystal Tarot by Philip Permute. Forgive me if I'm pronouncing that wrong. My aunt gave me this. It came as a set she gave to me, and I'm just going to be using it for the pictures. So it starts with the major arcana, and we start with the Fool. So the Fool in the tarot is just, you don't know, you're flittering through life. It's not that you're foolish, it's that it's a fresh perspective. It is the freshest perspective. It is what we are and it's not even that we're becoming it, it's that we should already be that. We should already be like the childlike wonder and the awe and as open-minded as possible and excited for adventure, for life, and just let your life unfold and progress and take you. And so the Fool is taken first to the Magician. In the Magician card, you'll see that there is swords, and he's holding a wand, and there's so the Magician in the tarot is everything that you need. Everything that you need is going to be covered. You have all of the resources. You have everything at your disposal. So then we go to the High Priestess. Now, this is the mother version of the goddess, the great, the highest entity that is going to be watching over you and your journey. And you're going to have to forgive all of my smiley faces. I did a thing. Then we go to the Empress. Now, the Empress is going to provide even more life. It is going to provide the sustenance for your journey. It is the birth. It is the coming of life, because the Empress in the tarot is a mother card. Then we go to the Emperor, which is essentially the father card. So this is the father entity looking down on you, watching over you, making sure that you're going through your journey. And if you have any questions, you can always come back to that greater power. Then we have the High Priest, which is how you communicate with these entities. You have the Lovers, which is not just about romantic relationships. It is also about the relationships that you establish along the way. It is the business relationships, family relation, all of your that are very complicated. The Lovers is a very complicated relationship card. And then you have the Chariot. This is your means of travel. This is how you're going to get through this journey. And you have Strength, so you are going to be given the strength to make it through this journey. And the Hermit, at the end of the day, you're going to be going through this journey alone. You're going to find in life that you are the end all be all. You are the one that's going to take care of you. You're going to be there with you every step of the way, and you is all you got. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is luck. Everybody's got their own dose of luck. It's a matter of luck where you come from. We're never able to choose exactly, I mean, unless you believe in the alternate dimension thing, but I'm talking about this right now. Please don't let me get off track. I will. So, the Wheel of Fortune is everybody's luck and where their fortune lies. Then we have justice. So, justice is what is justified in this life. What karma are you going to be getting? What karma are you going to be giving? And it's about the balance. So then we have the Hangman. You have to remember to always come from a new perspective, always be willing to see things from a different angle, from something that you're not considering, because there's always going to be millions of perspectives. You have to be open-minded enough to be able to appreciate them all and make your best decision. So the Hangman being upside down here, he's hanging by his foot. He's wanting to see things from another angle. Then we have death. Along your way, you're going to see death, you're going to see destruction, you're going to see things that are hard and that represent a rebirth into something else. Death is not always the death of something. Sometimes it is taking on a new life. Then we have temperance. Along the way, you're going to have to be patient. You're going to have to temper your emotion. You're going to have to hold yourself back. You're going to have to just distance yourself, but still be loving and compassionate and comprehending kind of all of what's happening, and don't get wrapped up in the downfall. But if you do get wrapped up in the downfall, the devil will meet you, and the devil can bring about temptations and fun and recklessness and things that are going to tie you down to this world that aren't good for you. And then if you are tied down to things that aren't good for you, you'll experience the tower, where everything comes crashing down. Your whole life, it's the pit, it's the bottom. It's, when addicts specifically say that they hit rock bottom, that's them losing their tower. They've lost it all. There's only up from here, though, because then we have the star. We have your imagination. Where do you go from there? You can really go anywhere. It's completely up to you how you're able to do that. And the moon allows you in these deep thoughts, in this aftermath, to feel all of the experience and to say, you know what, I'm going to feel about this, and I am going to perceive about this, and I am going to just kind of lay and bask in all of this. So next we have this, I am going to run out of battery or storage. I guarantee it. So I'm going to end up having to make a part 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 of this. So the sun comes next, and the sun is about your daily life. It is the light that you walk in. It is the sunshine. It is your essence. It is the light that's inside that needs to shine. And we have judgment. So at the end of the day, you are being judged, going to judge, have already been judged, are already judging. Everything that is judgment based, you have to use your right logical mind, and also know that all of your actions will have some sort of effect at some point. And just very similar to justice, judgment is saying, yes, this is what you deserve. This is what you put out. This is what you're going to get back. It's the law of attraction card, basically. We have the world. So this is your world. This is your creation. This is your universe. What are you doing with it? And then we go into the minor arcana. We start with the cups. So the cups in the tarot are emotions. So you're starting your emotional journey here with the Ace of Cups. The Two of Cups is you have options of how you are going to express those emotions. You have good emotions, you have bad emotions, and then how you express them. Three of Cups is your outcome for those emotions. And then you have the Four of Cups. So you're balancing the outcome of your emotional responses. Then we have the Five of Cups, So you have emotions here, you have emotions there, you have emotions everywhere. And you can't always look at emotions. You're going to be half in, half out here. And you're going to look at the few things you don't have, even if your arms are full of things, you're going to look at the things you don't have and go, man, I wish I had some of that. Don't do that. Then we have the Six of Cups. So it is when you choose the wrong thing that you wreak emotional havoc. Six in most like numerology things is going to lead more negatively. So then we have the Seven of Cups. Now you have so many emotional options that it is just take your little pit bay. Then we have the Eight of Cups, your technical emotions. Your logic is an emotion. Every single moment is an emotional essence, a emotional energy. And this is technically your emotions. So then we have the Nine of Cups. You have almost reached your emotional pinnacle. You have almost reached your emotional height. You have almost learned everything you need to learn, but that's where the Ten of Cups comes in that says, you know what? You have mastered this emotional journey, the fool that you are. The Page of Cups says, but there's still so much more to learn. There's still so much more to learn about your emotions. And the Knight of Cups says, don't be emotionally reckless, but go learn more and go be the emotional entity that you were meant to be, but don't let your emotions trample on others. Then you have the Queen of Cups. You have nurtured all of these emotions. You have nurtured your emotional stuff. You have given this motherly love to you or to somebody else, whatever the context is. If you're doing an actual reading, this is the Fool's Journey though. So after nurturing all of these emotions, you are the king of your emotions. You own it. This is your kingdom. You have emotional control. You have emotional stability. You have the emotional capability. Then we go into Pentacles. The Pentacles in Tarot is about that money, your finances, your material wealth. So you start your journey again. Number one, Ace of Pentacles. You are starting your journey with money, and you have a couple of options. You have good options and you have bad options with how you're going to manage your money, but you do have those options, and the outcome of the choice of these options is your Three of Pentacles. So this is where you see what your choice led you to. The Four of Pentacles, this is balancing your money, being stable with your wealth. The Five of Pentacles is, remember, you can hold on to it, but don't be like, oh, but there's always this more of, it's like the grass is greener bit. Like, yes, there is good on that side, but you have to recognize the good here in your life. The Six of Pentacles is destitution with your money. That is the hardship with the money. The Seven of Pentacles is, once you reach that fall, is okay, now you have either reached the fall in six, or now coming into the seventh, it is okay, you have expanded your wealth. So, but the Seven of Pentacles is many options with money, and these can be good options, these can be bad options. It depends on the context of the reading. 8 is the technicalities of your money and your material possessions. These are what you're going to identify as your material worth. So this is the you being technical with money, and this is like the don't get greedy moment. Because the Nine of Pentacles, you have almost mastered it. You have almost figured out and gotten the routines and gotten the things down that you needed to do with all this material wealth. But the Ten of Pentacles is, you got this, babe. You are lit on fire. And the Pentacles are really earth, but in the context that I'm speaking, that is like, yes, you did it. The Page of Pentacles says, but you still have much to learn with money. You still have much to learn with what true wealth and true possession means. And the Knight of Pentacles says, don't get carried away. Don't run away with it. Don't exhaust your resources, because they are very valuable. So long as you nurture your money, the Queen of Pentacles. then you will be the ruler of your kingdom of money and your finances and your home and these possessions that are so valuable to you. And then we go into the swords. The swords is the mental. This is the mind. The swords are the hardest of the tarot. So it is a really difficult. This part of the journey is really difficult. You're at the first half of the second leg of your journey, basically, the second half of your life, and things get tougher here. So the Ace of Swords is you are beginning this mental journey, this journey of the mind, this journey of comprehension, and you have options. The Two of Swords says you have options on this journey. So choose wisely. You have to really think about it, because the Three of Swords says that's going to be your outcome, whatever that choice is. And the Four of says you need to balance your mental state, because you could very easily spin out and become mentally dysfunctional. We don't need that. So keep a balanced mental state. And Five says, yes, there's some here and there's some there, and and it's overthinking and maybe not thinking enough, or there's some sort of major imbalance. You're on the fence in your mind, so you have to again make a decision. The Six of Swords is the hardest, the most difficult, because this is a mental break, but it's what you do with that bottom of your mental scape that is what brings the options. Number Seven of Swords, which brings the many options of how to proceed, because you can have good options, you can have bad options, but where are you going to allow your mind to travel? Where are you going to get your mind to go? You need to have that mental control over how you think. Eight is the technicalities of your inner mind. It is and this is a very, very difficult card, because you are essentially strapping your mind in for as hard as it can get you. You're thinking yourself to like irrational. It is a really, really difficult card, the Eight of Swords. Then the Nine of Swords is, you almost got it. You really have almost figured this out. And it is mentally taxing. It's been mentally draining. It's been, overthought, and just your mind racing and spinning. But when you reach the Ten of Swords, it is either your highest impact or your lowest fall. The Ten of Swords, I read very cautiously, because this can be the worst of the worst, the best of this has many, many meanings, but whatever the meaning is, it means it's finalized, it's done, it is completed. So then we have the Page of Swords. You have so much to learn. Oh, you have more to learn than you will ever understand. The Knight of Swords says, don't get carried away. Don't have mental fights. Don't mentally fight it. Don't drag yourself down into the mental chaos that can cause just and I do this. I am definitely guilty of this, and I'm sure a lot of you are too. So the Queen of Swords is nurturing your mind. It is giving your mind that space and that breathing room, and just letting it go. I'm not thinking about anything. I'm not going to worry about anything. I'm not going to stress about anything. So this is nurturing your mind so that you can be the king of your thoughts, the way you think, and what you're going to do with those thoughts. The Wands are the last of the tarot series. So we have the Ace of Wands. We are starting our relationships. So the Wands is all about your relationships with everybody, your friends, your family, your coworkers, your people. So you are starting to really learn You've learned all about yourself and all of these other things and what you're doing. And now it's the world around you. So the options that you have with these relationships will determine the outcome. So this is the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands going into the Four of Wands is balancing those relationships, balancing all of these different aspects of life and all of these different people. The Five of Wands is, are you really in these relationships? Are you out of these relationships? Are you, are you seeing relationships and going, and you think the grass is greener on the other side, and you're gonna leave, and you're gonna find out, or are you gonna stay with it? Either way, you come to the Six of Wands, and this is the difficulty of relationships. This is fighting. This is arguing. This is an unbalance. And even though six is technically a balanced number, there's too much angst. So the Seven of Wands, you have a lot of options in your relationship. Keep it light, keep it fun, keep it just, you can do many, many things here. Eight of Wands is technically your relationships. So it is the definition of relationships, or what you define this is mother, this is daughter, this is friend, this is, you're identifying those people. The Nine of Wands is you've almost mastered your relationships. You've almost really sorted them all out. I mean, there's, work, obviously there's always work to be done, right? But you're in a really good place. The Ten of Wands, you have got it. You are not only the social butterfly, but you can also enjoy your own company. This is you've mastered it. You mastered it. But of course, the page always says there is still so much to learn about how you handle relationships and what you do with them, and where they are, and just to learn from them. The Knight of Wands says, don't rush in, don't be flighty in your relationships, don't overdo it with just, you can be yourself and not be argumentative and aggressive. You can have fun in your relationships and it be like a sparring match rather than a duel to the death, right? And then we have the Queen of Wands. So this is, you have nurtured your relationships, you have made sure that they are healthy and that they are taken care of, and you have mastered your relationships, thus mastering your journey. I am going to make its part 2 for the reverse of this, what the tarot, the Fool's journey, is reversed. So stay tuned for that, my friends, and I hope you have enjoyed the Fool's journey. Peace out, fam. Much love.